Welcome to your inspirational astrology horoscope for the weekend of August 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, 2014. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, because now you can register for my September 2014 webinar, a 2-hour presentation going into the whole month of September, live with you. If you want to join me live, ask me questions. This is such an awesome experience. Harvesting the changes. We're about to have Pluto go direct. This is one of my favorite aspects in astrology. Make sure you register for next Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And Hollywood Astrology has a new episode coming live on Friday afternoon. So Friday afternoon, make sure you check out my YouTube page and check out the new episode. And this weekend, we have a lot of things to talk about. Yesterday, we talked about the complicated energy in the astrology because there's so many things firing off and the universe is really shifting a lot of gears in our life. And sometimes our consciousness can try and grasp it all as much as it can, but it can be almost a little overwhelming for the consciousness to grasp. And what are we grasping? Well, let's take a look at the extended picture here. Monday especially. Monday is a new moon in Virgo. This is the seeding of a new month, new energy, all about the sign of Virgo, which is grounded, reality, birthing, the virgin, the purity. And so this is us also getting the grounding to a fire that we've lit up. So this is good energy coming Monday. A real big signal from the universe of this new direction, this new opportunity. I think we've lit a lot of fires in our life the last month. I think we've really opened up what makes us happy, what not, what our truth is, what's not. And this weekend is about the big preparation to that new moon. Friday, the moon's going to finish in Cancer and jump into Leo, where it will be throughout the whole weekend. But this will be a dark moon. That is because that new moon's going to happen Monday, so you won't be able to see the moon at night unless you go out like 5 in the morning and you'll see a little part of that moon hanging out with Jupiter and Venus. It'll be actually very beautiful to see, especially Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Woo! Definitely if you're up late partying or something, go check it out because it is one of the most beautiful things you will ever see, especially in a sign like Leo. But what does that mean for us all spiritually? Well, we're about to move into the sun in Virgo, which will happen Saturday morning. So I think that there's a lot of us looking at this new reality we're ready to step into and getting ready to ground all these fires that we've started. And some of them might be overwhelming, some of them might be really hot and exciting, but the end of the day, this is about truly getting to the bottom of the reality we want now. But this moon in Leo, which is going to highlight Jupiter, Venus, and make the squares over to Saturn and Mars, which are going to make their conjunction in Scorpio this weekend. This is going to highlight relationships this weekend very intensely. This is going to highlight our self-worth, projects. This is going to highlight all these opening doors. It's going to remind us of the fires. But there's a lesson. I feel that we're going to be pressured into really taking a look at what actions to take in our life. This is going to stimulate relationships intensely. I keep getting that from Spirit. It's been very clear, especially the intense aspect, what kind of relationships we want, which ones we don't. This is going to be powerful here. Also getting ready for the projects, but it's also going to highlight a dark moon in Leo, which is to make sure that we're not over prideful or over pushy about things or over, wanting of things. There's a need to make sure that we're really taking our time, that we've like seasoned the wine right before we, pick it. One thing about this time period is it is wine season where they harvest the grapes and they start to smash them. That's what Virgo's about. So in your life, before you just jump into picking these certain grapes, oh yeah, I want these grapes. Make sure before you get to the ferment and the whole process of the wine that you're not doing the wrong grapes and it's not a strong enough and great enough wine. There's a need for us in our life to make sure that we really are jumping into things that we know is our truth, that we've taken our time to kind of look at. This is definitely a weekend where if you meet somebody new or if it's something really new that you've never seen before and you're jumping in, you always see on dark moons, if you've been watching me, unconscious behaviors about people. And this is one on Venus, one on Jupiter, one on Mars and Saturn. Just be very careful this weekend of what you're jumping into. Because I think that there's going to be an extreme urge of satisfaction that's needed this weekend, an extreme need to feel good, an extreme need to want to connect. That's not a bad thing, but it's about being aware of what you are jumping into. And with the sun in Virgo, You're going to feel the grounded out energy. But be prepared. The universe is ready to launch us very powerfully next week. Mars and Saturn conjuncting, all this energy with Venus squaring it all, big decisions and projects and energy and relationships and everything. Use this weekend to understand the details, but do not overjump, because I think there's a need to wait for this new moon on Monday. There is a yod that forms Saturday into Sunday. A true yod. Don't be fooled in astrology and think there was a yod this week, because it wasn't a yod. Those were just a couple quincunxes, but this is now a full true yod. I saw some people recently put up yods and it's like, no, it's not a yod yet. This is a yod this weekend. And this yod is pointing up to Uranus with Mercury and this Mars-Saturn conjunction. We need to be excited about the new us, the new identification of who we are, by understanding the changes we must make in our reality, and by ready to make a decision in our truth. That I feel that the universe this weekend will offer you a huge new opportunity and window into your heart. But you got to be ready to do something you've never tried before, and to make sure that before you jump, that you've really picked the right grapes, the right kind of energy, the right happiness, the right truth, and that you've looked at all the details. Here is the card of the weekend. The Seven of Wands reversed. Don't forget to use the advantage here. Forgetting about the advantage could be hostile. I say that meaning that you in life have an upper hand by being aware. Do not be not aware. Do not be not using the advantage in life. This card represents using the advantage if you know how to use it. With the reversed, this could mean that there could be obstacles coming your way, or people at you, or more importantly, you just not using the upper hand. Use the upper hand this weekend. Have fun. This is a weekend where I think there's a lot of extreme energy and a lot of fun, but on the other half, if you're not having it, it could be very extremely intense. And I think you need to use the upper hand to go towards that happiness. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. If you have any questions, or if you want to have a one-on-one reading, I now have a new option where when you purchase a reading, you can schedule it and look at the times and everything of when to get the reading. And I'm open right away at the very beginning of September for those first 3 weeks before I go to New York. So if you want to get a reading with me, check it all out at inclusiveastrology.com. Thanks so much, and I will see you on Monday.